Hallo, YouTube-Aufnahme. So, was ich gerade sagen wollte, letztes Mal waren wir ja hier an der Stelle, wo Kitan, also eigentlich sind wir gerade in Shevat und sitzen bei der Queen Sephir, alle im Kreis, und Kitan erzählt uns mal eine Runde. Und hat dann ist das jetzt ein Rückblick. Also da sind jetzt gerade mehrere Rückblicke ineinander gewesen und Kitan erzählt halt gerade, dass Faye diese gespaltene Persönlichkeit hat. Und meinte dann aber, wie war das, was hat er gesagt? Er meinte, es wäre irgendwie noch komplizierter, als man vielleicht denkt oder sowas. Und dann haben sie halt gefragt, wie, was meinst du damit? Und dann sagt er halt, I shall go on to explain that now. Actually, that is the most important point. There is nothing you can do. Das war die Szene, wo er Faye so zusammengestaucht hat und so lauter fiese Sachen gesagt hat, von wegen, you couldn't even protect the woman, that's most important to you und so. Er war halt einfach nur, genau, das sollte ich vielleicht auch erwähnen, in der Szene war er einfach nur ein Arsch, einfach nur, weil er It provozieren wollte. Also er war absichtlich gemein zu Faye, um ihn emotional da instabil zu machen, damit It sich manifestiert. You understand well. Just as I expected, Kitan, or was it, Doc? I have been wanting to meet you, Id. I wanted to talk with you. I guess it is all due to this machine which cuts the nerve connections. Anyway, what is Faye doing as of now? Faye? Which Faye do you mean? There is more than one. Id? The one you call Faye is asleep. Sleeping? When I am awake, he sleeps. That is why he has no memory of what I do. Why does he not know? It's obvious. He is my subordinate. He cannot peer into my memories. He should not in actuality even exist. That man forcibly created his personality. Faye is a tenant in the room of cowardice. That man? Our father, Khan. He sealed up my personality in the deepest recesses of my consciousness. Through some inexplicable reason, that is when the present Faye was born. When you said cowardice, what did you mean? Why ask about him? You think you can do something? It is rare to be able to talk a real schizophrenic. As a scholar, I am extremely intrigued. With friends like you, Doctor. I like you, Kitan, but he is insignificant. After all, he is just a failure. A coward like him does not deserve to be Faye's existence, a pathetic one who has always fled from reality. He never did one thing against me when I control him. A coward who refused to live. He should have been re-raised, but he continues to exist. Why won't he disappear? Damn it makes my skin crawl just being in the same body as him. Let us change the subject. I would like to know how and why your personalities were split. Since you are the one in control, I would assume you would know the story. Normally, personalities do not split as they did with you, unless there was some sort of past trauma. You want me to talk about my memories? Don't misunderstand. I haven't given you the right to question me. Just because I'm held down by this machine, don't push your luck. If I really wanted to, I could break the restraint and crush you. Don't you forget it. Then why not do it? Oh, Kitan, man. Shall I tell you why? You do not have complete control over Faye, do you? Your control of him is incomplete. To break those bonds would require a tremendous amount of mental energy. Having used up your energy, Faye would return again. Basically, you would have to leave the stage. Obviously, the day you would be able to return is indeterminate. Hence, you will not do it. Am I mistaken? So you know me too well. I don't have complete. What is wrong, Id? You forced me on stage. He's waking. Under normal circumstances, I would have been able to hold on. But I can't. This is all that woman's fault. Her existence makes Faye resistant. You mean Ellie? That woman, the same everyone must eliminate. I do not understand. I do not understand it. You don't need to understand. But when the time comes, just take it as it comes. Reality and death. I'll eventually get to you. Be seeing ya. Na, das hört man ja gerne. Und läuft's gut bei dir, Matthäus? So, jetzt sind wir wieder in der Gegenwart. In Shepard. The emotional portion of Faye's present personality was sealed up by his father through some method. And now, with the cleared foundation of its personality, in computer terms, das finde ich schön, dass das jetzt so vergleicht, das ist schön verständlich, it is like constructing a mock personality on top of the compatible portion of the OS. That is the reason Faye has no memory of his past. Those 10 or so years of memories are under the supervision of id. As long as id does not willingly hand over the memories, there is no way for Faye to know, since he did not even exist before the time it was sealed up. The present Faye's personality is an underdeveloped one which was built upon within the 3 years of living in Lahan, studying and acquiring other people's reactions. Das heißt, der Faye, wie wir ihn kennen, ja, die Persönlichkeit von ihm existiert erst seit 3 Jahren. Hence, he does not know how to fully cope with sudden or emotional situations. Und deswegen ist er auch immer so hin und her gependelt zwischen, manchmal war er total depri, dann war er total leicht ausgeflippt oder auch mal richtig gut drauf. Ellie, you are the one who has spent the most time with Faye, so I would assume you would understand this. Were there not times when he would be psychologically unstable? For example, he would be manically depressive, wie im Wald, and then have sudden fits of rage, wie wenn Bart seine Hilfe wollte. Yes. Then his present personality is but only a temporary one. That is not what I am saying. The present Faye is one single personality. It is just that structure-wise, his personality was constructed on top of id's, hence placing Faye at a lower hierarchy. That is why when id is active, Faye has no recollection of it. Then that means he might eventually be overtaken by id. Yes, if it were only id and Faye, but that does not seem to be the case. It only manifests when Faye's mental energy is in a weakened state. It is a mystery in itself that the lower-level personality of Faye has any control over the upper-level personality of id. It is obvious that there exists a third personality. Id calls this existence the coward. In my observation, this coward may be the fundamental personality of Faye. In other words, id's manifestation is not controlled by Faye, but is controlled by the personality known as the coward. Then that means, what? At the same time id resents this coward, he also obviously fears it. From a certain point of view, this coward is the one assisting in keeping the present Faye in control. I do not know the reason why this third personality, Faye's fundamental personality does not come out. If this one awakens, it will become one with id. In other words, there is a possibility that the complete original personality may be restored. Is that for sure? Vielleicht erinnert ihr euch auch mal an die Cutscenes, zum Beispiel, wo man ins Gefängnis gebracht wurde, nachdem der ganze Plan mit Bläderweg fehlgeschlagen ist. Hat man kurz gesehen, wie Faye 2 Kinder sieht. Ein Kind, das vor einer Leinwand sitzt, und ein Kind mit heruntergelassenen Haaren. Das passt jetzt hier ins Bild. Probably, but I do not know how to awaken it. Before I had the opportunity, it disappeared and he has been like that since. Basically, as long as nothing happens to Faye that would challenge his existence, as long as nothing happens to Faye that would challenge his existence, Faye can be himself. But his surroundings do not allow him that opportunity. It would be best for him to live in a place that is peaceful. Aber sieht ja nicht so aus, als ob Graf ihn das tun lassen würde. That is Lacan. No, the Dark One, Graf's second advent. We must restrain and seal him up, otherwise we don't know what may occur. Cease this at once. May we at least wait for wise men to return before we make any resolutions. Although a tactician, why do you place so much importance on him? I have been silent all this time since Khan's death, since he was directly recruited by the Queen. However, I question why you would use such a person whose principles lack any understanding of sacrifice. Well, that is... You must look at reality, the existence of that power. Hold on, what's this Graf's second advent? The Day of the Collapse. Das hatten wir in der Bibliothek mal gelesen, wo eigentlich Shepard und die Landdwellers gegen Solaris gekämpft haben und dann sind auf einmal diese Diabolos-Korps aufgetaucht und haben irgendwie mal fast alle Menschen ausradiert. Das ist The Day of the Collapse. The Day of the Collapse was brought upon by Graf. Graf manipulated Diabolos into destroying this world. And that power within it is far too similar to Graf's. We cannot allow such a hazard to be set free. We ought to immediately freeze him in carbonite. Star Wars! Otherwise, expect the worst at any moment. No, but isn't the present Faye the real Faye? If that's the case, then why? But he is still far too dangerous. Think about it. He single-handedly annihilated the Solaris capital. We can't set him free. Not only that. In the past, there were countless other cities that were destroyed by id, wie zum Beispiel Elru, wo Dominia herkommt. I don't know their intentions, but Grav and Krillian were always involved somehow. And one of those incidents was Elru. No, it was Dominion's homeland. Solaris' purging of the rebelling city of Elru was done through the use of id, to test his capabilities. As a result, not only was Elru taken down, all the Solaris units present were wiped out. Ich glaube, das ist auch, wo Ramsus Albtraum herkommt. Ramsus nennt ihn ja den Demon of Elru und Ramsus hat ja einmal diesen Albtraum gehabt, wo id auftaucht und zu Fuß alle möglichen Gears kaputt macht und dann auch Ramsus so gut wie tötet. Und ich glaube, das war in Elru. He's also responsible for the Yggdrasils in our... He was the one who killed my subordinates in the sewers. Das kapiere ich bis heute nicht. What's wrong with you all? Aren't we supposed to be his friends? It appears everyone else is in agreement. The risks are just too great. Kitan, no! You too? That is terrible. It's decided then. He will be scheduled for carbon freezing tomorrow. Oh dear. I heard about it from Doc. Id. Who would have ever thought within me lies another me? But you're the same Faye I've always known. You return to your old self. Please don't be obsessed with it. They say I'm the second advent of Graf. The one who destroyed all of this world. It seems Graf used to be a land dweller named Lacan. They're not thinking about what they're saying. They're just confused by your powers. Graf called me the one who would destroy God. In a way I can understand what he means now. Though my id power isn't good enough if it has the same quality as Graf's. Let's escape. If Graf or the war brings out id, then let's go to a place where no wars exist. If you did that, you would be... It's alright. I don't have a place to go back either. Thanks, Ellie, but no. Even if I left the battlefield, there's no guarantee that it will ever never appear again. Besides, I tried to kill you. You're still okay with that? Then you could have killed me if you really wanted to, right? The other you, its power is nothing like that. But you still didn't go through with it. You knew when it was enough. Isn't that because your will was in effect? If you're to be controlled by it and all those around you became your enemies, I would still be by your side because I know it's lonely to be by yourself. Diese Cutscene hier gerade eben, ich weiß nicht, ob ihr euch daran noch erinnert, das war ganz am Anfang des Spiels im Wald. Nachdem man Ellie zum ersten Mal getroffen hat, haben sie übernachtet und Faye hatte in der Nacht einen komischen Albtraum, wo er als kleines Kind in der Wüste lief. Irgendwo im Hintergrund liefen 12 Gestalten rum und dann kam eine Frau, die aussah wie Ellie und meinte, it's lonely by yourself. Oder sowas. I will open it now. Let's go, Faye. Ellie. I thought it was about time for you to come. Sagt wer? Oh, it's no use trying to stop me. Even if it is you, If you get in my way, I have no choice but to... That is no way for a lady to speak. I just came here to see you off. Eh? Our refueled Veldal. We are ready to go any time. Kitan! Kitan. But, Ellie, you cannot use your gear while it is under repairs. What? Then what am I? You know that Omni gear. What if you borrow it? No way, I can't take Sheva's property without permission. Ellie's the only appropriate person for the gear. Nobody else can operate it. No. Never. I won't ride it, ever. Ellie, what's wrong? I'm so scared. That's why I'll never want to do it. This is a problem. How about if I ride with you? Yoo-hoo! Everyone? Sorry, Faye. I'm sorry. Sorry. No, thanks, everyone. Now, I know you hate to leave, but we should get going before dawn. I did some work on the radar, so it should work fine. They have left. Faye, where? They went far away. Oh, hat ihr nicht versprochen, dass nie wieder far away geht? Na toll. I go. Hä? Was? Aber Solaris war doch zerstört worden. Ach, Moment, ich glaube, wenn ich mich nicht irre, sind die in dem Fishbowl-Ding drin. Nicht direkt in Solaris. Kane, making a ridiculous setup with Yuga. Na, die sind jetzt natürlich nicht sehr froh darüber. He certainly has his deficiency. Wie spricht man das nochmal aus? Deficit compared to our digitized existence, which permits us to use a higher level of logical thinking. He's restricted by his human form. Regardless, with just one machine, he annihilated Etrenank, die Hauptstadt von Solaris. His powers must not be underestimated. We're already short of time. The key. Use the key. Even you are beginning to feel the pressure. Krellian, what is Kane's situation? The usual life extension treatment. He'll hold out for a little longer. Does that mean we may not make it in time? I wouldn't know. You spoke of using the key. Can you be sure he can be eliminated? That we do not know. You know who he is. Kane, meint sie. Oh ne, doch nicht. Dachte, sie meinen jetzt Kane. So. If he is the contact, there is a possibility he may not transmigrate. It's an organism composed of multiple generations. It's a matter of probability. That does not mean we can just remain idle. Yes, at this rate, we're bound to make the same mistake, but we can't fail a second time. Well, don't worry. I've sent Ramses to deal with him. Ja, das hat ja bisher so toll geklappt. What can a failure like him do? He couldn't even defend Etrenank. What can you expect from trash like him? Even if he has the Anima relic. The relic? The relic we recovered before has been aligned with his gear. There shouldn't be any problems now. He should be able to use his full power. You're going to take the task yourself, although he transmigrated. Wasn't he once one of you? I don't understand you. I've thrown away all feelings of human emotion. All I need is her. But isn't that also an emotion? Of course. Is that a blunder? You are irritating. Do you wish to cease your existence? Fine, we shall leave it at that. Elheim? Yes, this is the place. I want you to bring her here. She is an important woman to me. Don't be ridiculous. Why do I have to listen to you? If you need her, go get her yourself. You're quite right, but can you say the same thing after looking at this? This is... Your gear and the Anima relic have been aligned. This is the Omni gear. Now she is with Faye now. What? Losing those battles against Faye again and again and again. I believe it's because of the difference in the performance of the gears. I think you'll be able to use 100% of its abilities. So how about it? However, if you still fail with this, you are truly trash. Ramses, will you go? Car, are you going? Okay. Yes, I must get rid of him with my own hands. Be careful. I believe in you no matter what others say. Faye with a loathsome name, I worked my way up on my own, but he ruined it again and again. Oh? That signal. It's him. It's not. I'm not trash. I'm not worthless. Uh-oh. What kind of gear is that? Omni-gear, and according to the readings, it's clearly different from the one Bart is using, or the one in Shevat. You think it's the perfect gear? Perfect gear? Remember what Kitan said. He said that the Omni-gears are controlled by mental waves. The power of the potential varies depending on the rate of synchronism. The numbers indicate complete synchronization. Uh-oh. 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 Slow, too slow. They're catching up with us. Your performance is sad. Oh nine. I knew you'd be there. Ramses? Turn Lieutenant Elheim over to me, Faye. What? Why do we have to turn Ellie over to you? Oh, I get it. It's Krillion's idea, isn't it? I don't think so. You can't expect me to comply. I can take her by force if you wish. But then don't ever expect to be able to hold her in your arms ever again. Faye! Don't worry, I'll protect you. Impressive words. Faye, I intend to take everything away from you. Uh-oh. This is your final warning. Hand over Lieutenant Elheim now. I refuse to. Are you sure you want to refuse me? It'll be too late for you to change your mind later. Stop your stupid boasting. Well then, I'll have to show you if I'm boasting or not. So be it. No holding back and no holds barred. Uh-oh. Ow. Ow. Ouchie. Come on, what poor form, what's wrong, Faye? In the presence of my vendetta, your Veldal is but only an infant. Incredible, this undeniable difference in power. Mi-young, are you watching this? At this rate, and with this power, I can defeat him. Ramses, listen, I surrender, so please stop attacking us this instant. What are you saying? If you do that... It's me he wants. I can't wreck you into danger just over me. Stop attacking Ramses. If I'm what you want, then just take me. Win, I can win. I am not the worthless one. Uh-oh. Ramses, can't you hear us? He's lost himself in the overwhelming power of that gear of his. Faye, we better run. Aber ist schneller als ihr. It's over for you, Faye von One. Ow. Uh-oh. I'm not the worthless one. I've even taken out the lieutenant too. Damn, I forgot my orders. Oh well, to hell with Krillion's orders. Oh. Damn, the bleeding won't stop. If things don't change, at this rate, Ellie's not gonna make it. Ellie, hang in there. Ellie, I'll save you, I promise. Ellie. Oh. Oh, ich habe noch nie gesehen, dass da Blut runtertropft. Ha. Schaut mal, wer da zuguckt. Aber warum? Das war Disk 1. Wir haben Disk 1 durch. Disk 2 ist übrigens um einiges kürzer. Hier hätte ich es ja gerne letztes Mal hingeschafft. Das wäre ein schöner Cliffhanger gewesen. Aber na gut. Moment. Jetzt muss ich kurz die Disk wechseln. Bitte sehr.